Okay, so I'm here in Ruislip with Dipa. Hi, Deepa.
Hi, Chris.
Well, we know each other. We go back years and years, and you are the second longest serving Link with Growth person ever in the world. So well done for that. Tell us a little bit about Deepa then, because there's people all around the country who have heard your name. They may have seen you at the conference, but they probably don't know much about you. So give us a bit of your story.
Right, Deepa, okay. I come from Kenya. I came to
Okay.
UK in the 98. I did train as an accountant, but I was in the family business, so always been a businesswoman
Right.
from a young age, helped my dad in the business. And when I moved here, of course I was married here, which is a different story, and we will go into it.
That's another What's My Story for another day.
Exactly. I lived in Leicester for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then I felt London calling me, so I decided to pack my bags and came to London. It was really interesting because I've always been an accountant, so I thought I'll go into an accounting field, which I did. I started working with Lufthansa Ground Services, now they're called Globe Ground Services, in the accounts department. And I thought working in Heathrow was going to be glamorous, but it wasn't, because I was working in Terminal 2, but in the accounts office, which was facing a big great wall, so it was not at all glamorous, and I didn't last more than 3 months.
Right.
Not because I didn't like the job, I liked what I did, but it was just not what I wanted to do. And then I went to start working for a manufacturing company that moved from Hayes to Slough, and I really built on my accounting career there. Worked as an assistant to the financial director for Europe, and then being a business owner, I always had that feeling I wanted to do something on my own.
Right.
So I started my own practice, only doing outsourced bookkeeping solutions. But I've always liked working with people and helping them. So I felt that there was something missing. So I turned that into full-fledged accountancy practice, gave up my job, did that very successfully for 9 years.
Right.
And then I felt I had to change. So I decided to close my practice down.
Why? Why did you just fell out of love with accounting? Or?
No, I love accounting. I'm still an accountant.
Right, okay.
It's just that things were different. I was working really long hours. While it was good money, I had no work-life balance. And also, I was not having any family time, which was not what I wanted. I didn't want to spend my life working very hard and not having any quality time with my family. Especially my mom was not keeping very well. And I thought, there has to be something else. I did not know what it was, and it took me almost a year to find out what I wanted to do. I still gave it up. So I gave it up, and then I thought, well, I need to look for something. I tried my hands on a couple of multi-level marketing businesses.
That's when we met.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and we met at a networking organization. And what was really interesting was that while I gave up accountancy and I thought I was going to go back to it, actually it was Chris, you actually made me realize that I didn't have to give up the support part. It was only the compliance work I had to give up.
Right.
And that's how I started going back into helping people. But because, of course, working with you, there was no way I could keep away from social media. So while I was using social media, for my practice, I was not using it the way I use it today. And being involved with the networking organization we were with meant that I met people like yourself. And then, of course, you came up with the idea of Link for Growth. And I absolutely fell in love with it. I still remember I asked to host one coffee.
I don't remember persuading you differently.
And today, running 12, 13 events, but notice not just the events, it's how I got involved with Link for Growth. I feel as if I'm part of a family. And from there, I developed my passion for the social media and about working with people, trying to work differently, where I'm not about how to use a platform, it's about how to engage with people, have those conversations and building those relationships. And I still believe that for any business to be successful, you don't need to be going out there talking to strangers. You just have conversations, business comes through. And that is what I strongly believe, and that's why I like working the way I do.
So what do you do outside of work?
Outside of work?
Yeah. Because I know that I know, like me, you a lot of what you do is kind of wrapped up in work, but you know, there must be a bit of deeper that no one knows about. A lot of people know about the business side, but what do you do outside of work?
Well, you know that I'm a very much a family person, so I spend a lot of time with family. All my free time. For last weekend, we were away in Midlands and we had a great time.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I work with a number of charities. I'm not actually involved in the committees or anything like that because it doesn't make sense and I can't make the commitment.
Yeah.
But I like working with children's charities, cancer charities, and also really small independent charities who haven't got the resources to actually ask for help, and some people don't even know the great work they do. So I work with them, and that is why I enjoy doing. Apart from that, I really enjoy reading, and I'm trying my hand on writing poetry at the moment. Which I would really like to go for a course on that. But I haven't got the courage to start that yet.
So you need to talk to Linda, because Linda, she knows a few poets. I think they want to do poetry evenings and stuff like that. So there might be something there in the connection there, just floating it by you. So where do you live? Where do you live at the moment? And family here?
Family's here. Part of my family is here. I've got my mum and my sister here in Harrow. I live in Harrow Town Centre. My dad and my brother and his wife and his little girl live in Kenya. My parents aren't separated. It's just that mum doesn't keep her, so she has to be here. Dad loves Kenya, so he's there. He does visit. He's at the moment here. I'm trying to convince him to move in with us here and settle here for good, but that's a bit of a hard job at the moment. But yes, most of my extended family is here, so I have a lot of family here. But my heart still belongs to Kenya. If I had an opportunity to go back and if I could do what I do here, I'll go back to Kenya. But unfortunately, that's not an option at the moment.
But, you know, in the fullness of time, Kenya, leave for Kenya.
No, why not Kenya? Why Kenya? Leave for East Africa.
I'm not going to keep it away. But we've got to get London sorted first.
Exactly. There's a lot of London that is good with setting up.
So if people want to meet you, where can they find you? Because I know that you're really busy in London, a lot of events in London, but do you get out much?
Well, I do go to Coventry a lot because I have immediate extended family there. I go as far as Cambridgeshire, Peterborough, because of course Nikki is there, so I do visit some of her events.
Yeah.
Otherwise, best places to contact me on social media. I'm always online: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and it's very easy to type in my name, Dipa Kotak, and you'll find me. And all my profiles have got the same picture, so you should be able to recognize me straight away.
So, is there any and we've known each other for 5 years, 6 years now. So, are there any hobbies that you've got? Any hobbies apart from what you've told us already that kind of really float your boat, like reading or music?
Reading and listening to music. I won't sing just in my life. I'm not a singer, but
same thing.
I love to listen to music, but I love reading. And I like reading proper books. I like to hold a book. And as much as people have got these Kindles and other, I have got all that. But I still like a good paper book, and that's why I'm very protective of them, and I'm very possessive. I've got a book out and I will not let my books out.
So what are your favourite genres? Is it romance or is it fiction? Or?
Well, it used to be crime. I used to love reading crime a lot, detective and crime stories. But now I would say it's more about personal development. It's about lifestyle, and most of my books are like that. Of course, I have an interest in health and well-being as well.
Well, yeah, a lot of people won't know this. Do you mind me saying you're a diabetic, aren't you?
I'm a diabetic.
So recently discovered, but that's changed your life a bit, hasn't it?
It has. And I didn't think I would say this, but I think diabetes was the best thing that happened to me. It made me realize.
But be careful about that.
But I think sometimes you just need that bit of a kick.
Yeah.
Some shock to make you take control of your life. And yes, I did what most people would do. 3 weeks of moping around, feeling sorry, feeling guilty, feeling angry. And then you think, well, actually, you know what? All that's not going to help. And what I had to do was stop and think about how I could change the situation. And I did. And I'm so pleased to say, in the last 2 weeks, I've actually halved my medication.
Right.
And I'm doing really, really well. And I can be naughty once in a while and get away with it.
Maybe you need to talk to Michael Green and do a little testimonial not for them, but for how people can, the journey, because actually the journey of diabetes and taking control of that sickness is really important. And a lot of people obviously suffer because they don't do that. but actually it's really important to get those stories out there.
Yes, it is. I would definitely do that. I will get in contact with Catherine as well, because I believe that I was working with somebody else before, but until I was not ready and until I did not change my mindset, it did not happen. But it's easy to take control of it, and you can easily get scared as well. It's quite a shock when you're first told you're diabetic. And my sugar was nowhere like the teens. My sugar level was about 22 at that time when I got diagnosis. So, and it was a shock it was such a shock to me that my blood pressure shot up, and somebody whose blood pressure doesn't go up, my blood pressure went really, really high.
Right.
But I think, yes, it's really, really important. And I would definitely like to work with Catherine on this, because it's mindset. And if we just make those really small changes in life, we would be able to first avoid diabetes, which I would say with hindsight is a great thing. I wish I'd actually made those changes before. But then it's never too late to make those changes.
Fabulous. Well, thanks ever so much for sharing a bit of your story with us, Dipa.
Thank you, Chris.
This will go up later today. I'll let you know where. Lovely to meet you. Take care. Bye now. Bye.